You can't predict that an accident's going to happen. You can't predict some things. But he can predict that every day through Tip City, trains come and sometimes they stop. And he knows this could happen, so he's like, I better leave a little early just in case. What else can you continue to do that will keep you on time? To school. What do you do every day that will keep you on time to school? Yeah.
Like a reminder.
Reminders. I'm not very good at that. How do you do that? Somebody tell me how do you set a reminder?
There can be several ways. Like you could put like an alarm. You could put in notes.
I love it.
Agenda.
I like it. So is it the same as my reminder? I guess when I set a calendar, that's my reminder by going in and looking at it every day. So every day I go into my calendar, and I'm just like you. I get on my phone every morning, and I look at my calendar while I'm drying my hair just to see what I have to do for that day. I know it takes me 45 minutes to get to work. Every day I know if I don't leave my house by 7 o'clock, I'm not going to get to work on time. I have to be at work at 8 o'clock. Well, whenever I get there, but I like to be there 15 minutes early. 8 o'clock, I would be fine if I got there at 8:05. I don't want to do that because then other people in my office would think I'm not punctual. All right. So we know what we can stop, we can start doing, and what we can continue doing for punctuality. What I'm going to ask you to do right now is get out a sheet of paper. Yeah, you didn't think I was going to make you work, did you? Get out a sheet of paper. I want you to write at the top, start. In the middle, I want you to write stop. And at the bottom, I want you to write continue. Would you give me a piece of paper? Write start, stop, continue. I want you to write underneath here, what can I start doing to improve my punctuality? What can I start doing? What can I stop doing to make sure that I'm not late? And then what can I continue to do that makes me punctual? And I want you to remember something, and think of this for a second as you're writing that. Do not say someone else's fault. This is I. What can I do? Not what can my brother stop doing to get me here. What can I stop doing? Not what grandma can stop doing, or mom can stop. My mom, and I'm sure some people say, my mom would just stop being late. Not mom. What can you do? You, I. Turn that off. Yes.
Yes. Because our classes are so spread out.
How many do you have?
I have 2 career connection classes, 2nd and 7th, and then Ms. Hardiman has 1 to 5th, so you would have
Great.
like 3
I'm
times.
glad you have them though.
So and then this way, we're also going to create a bank of all of these for our kids for next semester, so they
Nice.
can go in and then see different ones, different
Nice.
perspectives.
What can I start doing? And this is an I, what can I start doing to be on time, to be more punctual, to organize my life to be punctual, to provide some structure to what I'm doing during the day? What can I start doing? Sometimes it's easier to do one of these than it is the other. What can I continue to do that will keep me doing things on time, arriving on time? What can you continue that you do right now? what can you start doing that you haven't done in the past? What can you start doing that you haven't done in the past? Even though if you think you're the most punctual person in the world, there's still something you can do to make things even more structured for you so that your day goes easier, much calmer.
Have you ever missed an opportunity because you were late?
Absolutely. And you know, it wasn't my fault, I'll be honest with you, but I actually applied for a job when I was a counselor, and I truly was late because of an accident, but I don't think it mattered to them. Because I tried to call, and there was no answer, and then finally when I did get there 15 minutes later, you know, I know they said it was, oh, we understand, but I think that at that point there had been some discussion as, oh my goodness, this lady's late, you know. So I think people build their ideas of who you are once you're late and how you're going to perform as an employee. And I believe that's why I didn't get the job. I can't believe it would be my great personality. How many of you are finished? How many of you are still struggling with what to continue with? How many of you are still struggling with what to start doing? Okay, I'm going to ask you. Can you tell me what you want to start doing that'll help you be more punctual?
I'm probably getting up 15 minutes early.
How many of you said getting up early? If you did, raise your hand. Wow, that is absolutely what I expected out of the teenage population. And guess what? It's also what I expect out of a 20-year-old population. I actually expect that out of most, I'm going to throw this out here, and I'm going to try not to be like that professor person that if you guys don't want to hear, but most adult minds do not completely form until they're 25, 26 years old. So up until that point, you have a time to change your mind and how that mind develops and what you can do to change your routines to get you punctual. What else do you need to, who else has something different they need to start? Yes?
I said like preparing, like the night before you can get what you're gonna wear together,
Oh.
what you can get together.
Love it, and I will tell you this. That, she said, preparing what you're going to wear the next day, getting everything ready so that you don't have to run around the next day getting it ready. I will be very honest. My sister was the best at that. I was the person who was going through getting the wrinkled clothes and putting them on, but I was still on time because I had to be. My parents made me. But I was also the person who was trying to find my shoes at the last minute, where my sister had had hers polished and sitting next to her ironed clothes. It's personality. Some people are good at that. My sister would have her shoes all in a line so that she knew what color, whatever she wanted, it was going to be ready at her ready. How many of you have a brother or sister who is very organized and ready to go all the time? How many of you have a brother or sister that's like me, that was like in a hurry? Yes, yes. We all have different instances and siblings and family dynamics that cause us to be one way or another, but we ultimately have a responsibility on how we're going to handle it. All right, who else has something different that they were going to start? Yeah.
Prioritize.
God, I love you. He has got great words and I love it. Prioritize. How many of you prioritize, be honest, prioritize getting on social media in the morning than getting everything else ready when you're supposed to be, how many of you do that? I bet there's more hands up there. No? Is social media like the out thing now? Okay. Prioritize. How many of you girls, how many of you prioritize making sure that your hair is done even if you can't do the rest of you well? Because we know what? Somebody's going to see our hair, aren't they? How many of you guys prioritize making sure that you're just up and ready and out the door because you have a sibling that's waiting on you? Yeah. All right, let's stop something. Tell me what you're going to stop. How many of you, just stand if you're going to say this. How many of you said, I am going to stop hitting the alarm button? Nobody? You did? Good job. 2 of you. 3. Good job. All right, how many of you said, I'm going to stop relying on other people for my punctuality? All right. Tell me what you said. What are you going to stop?
I said stop playing games on my phone.
Oh, really? What'd you say?
Say getting on my phone in the mornings.
How many of you said that? I'm going to stop getting, stand up if you said, I'm going to stop playing on my phone in the morning. Huh. I'm guessing games and social media are not going out of style, is it? All right, have a seat. Anybody have something different? Anybody? Can I ask you what you put? What did you stop?
Oh, I said stop sleeping in after my alarm, which is pretty much snoozing, but I just fully turn it off.
You turn it completely off.
Yeah, I just.
Does someone have to come in and yell at you to get up? How many of you have someone who comes in and is the person who tells you get up even though your alarm went off and you've snoozed it or you turned it off? How many has someone that comes there and says get up, get up, get up? Congratulations, somebody loves you. Yeah, congratulations, somebody loves you. All right, let's, one more stop. Who has something they're going to stop doing? It hasn't been said. What do you have? What do you have for stop doing?
Getting ready at the last second.
Getting ready at the last second? Or your jeans in the dryer or washer? You know, I'm making fun of him, just kidding. All right, what else do we have to stop doing? Yes?
Stop procrastinating doing homework.
How many of you didn't do your homework last night and were doing it on the bus or on the way to work? Oh, on the way to school in the car?
I did it at school.
How many of you do it at school? And ask your friend, hey, do you know the answer to this because I forgot? Yeah. So you know what that did for you? It made you anxious all day because when you get to that class, somebody's going to say to you, where's my homework? And you're not structured enough to say, oh my goodness, you should probably come out and say to the teacher, I'm sorry I didn't do it, but do we do that? No. What we do is we say, ask our friends, help me. Can you help me? I promise I'm not going to do this again. All right, what else? Okay, what are we going to continue? First of all, how many of you can say, stand up, if you thought continue to do something was the hardest one of these to do? Continuing to write something you're going to continue to do was the hardest. No? What was the hardest? Yell it out. What was the hardest? Start?
Start was the easiest.
Start was the easiest for you? All right, what are you going to continue to do? I need someone who is, yes.
Making my lunch the night before.
Making my lunch the night before. I'm going to be honest with you. I tried to, this year I said, I am going to make my lunch every night. Because I got tired of buying. It costs a lot of money. I did not bring it this morning. I did not make it last night. Yes.
Having a good mindset and being always motivated.
Oh my goodness, that's wonderful. That's a great, say that a little louder.
Having a good mindset and being motivated.
Having a good mindset. I will be honest with you, if you have a good mindset, sometimes that can make your punctuality even better. And why would that happen? Why would having a good mindset make your punctuality better?
Because if you, well, I can't really explain it. Just like, I don't know.
Try.
Because you can do anything if you have a good mindset. Because if you have a bad mindset, you already can't do it. But if you have a good mindset, you can kind of do anything you want.
I agree. If you have a good mindset,